Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden, he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate.
At its core, Trump is responding to Elon Musk's public criticism of a spending bill, specifically its electric vehicle, EV, mandate cuts, and is framing Musk's shift in stance as personal betrayal while suggesting it stems from regret over leaving power rather than genuine policy concerns. Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here. Trump begins by establishing Musk's insider status. By asserting that Musk knew the bill better than you people, Trump does two things: emphasizes that Musk had full knowledge and initial agreement, frames the audience, reporters or officials, as less informed, elevating himself and Musk above them. This gives Trump the moral authority to accuse Musk of disingenuous behavior later. He had no problem with it. Until we had to cut the EV mandate, he became a little bit different. This is classic Trump storytelling, a before and after shift in loyalty. Trump positions himself as consistent and generous, while Musk's criticism is painted as reactionary and self-interested. The phrase, "he became a little bit different," is intentionally vague. It suggests emotional instability or duplicity without stating it outright.
Because that's billions and billions of dollars, and it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have all. We want to be able to sell everything.
That's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Trump returns to a familiar populist theme: choice and fairness for consumers, framed against elitist agendas. He criticizes EV mandates as expensive and restrictive, and positions himself as the defender of freedom of choice in the auto market. Not just electric, but gasoline, hybrid, etc.
And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape, he said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
This contrasts sharply with climate-focused regulatory frameworks and appeals to his working-class, car-owning base. I've helped Elon a lot. He said the most beautiful things about me. Trump uses emotional reciprocity as a loyalty test. Recounts Musk's past praise to highlight perceived betrayal, a classic Trumpian pattern, similar to how he's spoken about Mike Pence, Jeff Sessions, etc. Emotional language. Beautiful things reinforces that loyalty is not just political but personal. Did he raise any of these concerns with you privately? He worked hard and he did a good job. I think he misses the place. The reporter's challenge is met with deflection and softening. Trump doesn't directly answer whether Musk brought concerns to him. Instead, he shifts the narrative to praise for Musk's past work.
Clarify, did he raise any of these concerns with you privately before he raised them publicly? Sour grapes?
No, he worked hard and he did a good job. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office and he wasn't.
A psychological explanation that Musk misses the power and glamour of the White House. This reduces the legitimacy of Musk's criticism by implying emotional instability or nostalgia rather than policy conviction.
Walk into the Oval Office and it's just a special place. It's, World War I, it started and it ended here, and World War II and so many other things. Everything big comes right from this beautiful space. It's now much more beautiful than it was 6 months ago.
They walk into the Oval Office and it's just a special place. World War I, World War II. Trump sanctifies the symbolic power of the presidency and the Oval Office. This establishes contrast. Those who leave power feel its loss deeply. Invoking WWI and WW2 is a grandiose, rhetorical flourish, implying that world-changing events happen from this office and, by extension, under his leadership. People leave my administration. Some embrace it, Some become hostile. Trump builds a broader narrative that Musk is just one of many who can't handle being outside his orbit. Trump derangement syndrome is a term often used by right-wing media to discredit critics as emotionally unstable or obsessed. It's also a preemptive strike. Musk hasn't attacked Trump personally yet, but Trump frames it as inevitable, thus any future criticism is already delegitimized. This monologue does the following simultaneously. Reframes Elon Musk's criticism as petty and self-interested. Reasserts Trump's populist credentials, defending choice, opposing elite mandates. Builds a narrative of disloyalty and regret around ex-insiders. Strengthens the mystique of Trump-era power, especially the White House under his leadership. Insulates himself against future attacks by discrediting critics as emotionally driven.